Hello, I'm Mr. Polk and welcome back to my kitchen. Previously I showed you how to do the two basic borders, the shell and the bead. Now I'm going to show you some other ones. This is a simple one. This uses a 104 tip, the pedal tip. Notice the pedal tip has a wide end and a skinny end. When I do this on the cake, I usually do it wide end down because it's a bottom border, it's easier. But when I practice on paper, I usually do wide end up because it's a little awkward holding it that way. This border is a lot of fun. You see it on birthday cakes and things like that. Once you see it, you'll recognize it from grocery stores. And it's just a fast one to do, and you can change it up. I have spacing on my template, and again, these templates are on canvas. What you're going to do is you just simply pipe flat and then just overlap, okay? And you decide how much you overlap. And I'm just going back over. I'm keeping even, steady pressure. So if you notice, I'm holding the bag, like the tip's on an angle, so I'm holding the tip that it's perpendicular to the line I'm trying to do, and I'm just squeezing some icing out and then just kind of overlapping. And you can do it close or far away, whatever you want to do, but it's just making a really nice ruffle. Okay, and you see this, I'm sure, on a lot of different cakes. All right, and this is a nice bottom border. This would go on the bottom of the cake. All right, another easy one. So if you're, having a tough time with some of the other ones, this is one that's a lot of fun, and that is, it's the zigzag. And the zigzag looks fun on a birthday cake. It's got that little clown ruffle kind of thing going on, but a lot of people like it because it's easy, and that is, just take your number 21 tip, and you just go back and forth. I have these wide lines in here. They kind of remind you of the paper you used in like kindergarten to write your name. And you just kind of go back and forth. Okay, I'll do another one. It's about a 45-degree angle. I'm squeezing all the time, and I'm just going back and forth. A lot of people like this one. This looks great on the bottom of a cake. Okay, it even has kind of that little Greek look to it. Shows a lot of things you can do with it. Now, while we have our 21 tip in, the last thing I like to do is show you two more complicated ones. And I know those of you doing this for the first time, you're not going to get this one, but those of you that I know in class have a little bit of skill and done this stuff at home, this is a nice one to practice. And this is called the E motion. And it's called the E motion because it makes the letter E, okay? And what you do is you just pretty much 45-degree angle and just kind of make the letter E. You can do it down or you can do it up, okay? But you see how I'm making like a letter E? I can show you up too. I can go closer together if you don't want to have. It's all about the even spacing, so you can go closer together. But it's that E motion, like making the cursive letter E. So either do them close or far apart. Whatever you want to do, you just sort of have fun with it. And then the last thing, and I'll let these on here as an example, is this reverse border. And the reverse is a complicated border, but I show you because it's kind of like my border, my signature border. Whenever I do cakes, you'll almost always see the reverse on there. And that's because it's nice to do, it's easy to do for me when you've been doing it for a while. And it's also, it just sort of flows and covers a lot, okay? So I'm just gonna go ahead and switch out the number 21 tip to the fuller bag. Okay, and that's the nice thing about using these couplers, is I can switch out. And what I'm going to do is start at about a 45, and you watch. I'm going to E motion up and then E motion down. Now it looks a little odd flat. When it's on the cake, it makes a little more sense. But that's all I do, is you just E motion back and forth. So it's an E motion left, an E motion right. You can do a little tighter if you want. That one I did a little more open so you can see. But it's just left and right. And that's what creates the reverse border. So today I was able to show you a couple different borders to try. Once you feel pretty good about the bead and the shell, then you can try and do a ruffle with a 104, the zigzag back and forth, and then if you're really feeling up to it, the reverse and the E motion. And I know I go through these quickly, but because it's a video rather than watching these 6 times, you can just stop it and go back and you can watch it a couple of times and figure out where I'm holding my hand and all of that. So thanks again for visiting with me today, and I look forward to seeing you again right here in Mr. Polk's kitchen.